Hey guys, and these are my summer reading recs. So I've got tons of books up here for you, and we're just gonna go over every single book that I have that I think is perfect for summer. So first, an underrated book is Not Crushing on the Cowboy. If you're new to reading romance and you just want a light book that will kind of get you in the mood for romance and get you into reading romance, this is the perfect book. It's super small and it's a very younger crowd book. If you're like maybe 11 or 12 years old, maybe even 10, this is the perfect book for you because it's a super light book to read. It's not too heavy on the romance, and it'll really get you into reading romance. It was one of the first books that I read when I was getting into romance, so this one was a really, really good option. It'll just really get you into the romancy mood. And it's also a cowboy romance, which was my first cowboy romance, which I really enjoyed. And continuing, you've got another book that also got me into the romancy mood, which is perfect for traveling, which is Anna and the French Kiss. If you're going to Paris, France, if you're even going anywhere in Europe, it doesn't have to be in Paris. This is great because this main girl is just a foreign exchange student in France at an American school, and it's just a really good introduction to romance. Romance is not the full plot, you're kind of just following her life and following how she goes through stuff as a foreign exchange student. And there is romance, which is good because the times that you get romance, is just so good. And it gets a little dramatic at the end, but doesn't every book get dramatic at the end? And this is one of the books where you'll understand the cover once you finish reading it. I got the collector's edition, but you'll understand the back of the cover once you read the book. So after that, you've got one of my all-time favorite books, which is Picking Daisies on Sundays. I love this book with all my heart. I love the male main character. He's just incredible. I love him so much. It's just a friends to lovers, kind of a second chance romance. It's fake dating. They go to a wedding together. It's just so sweet. And I really connected with the male main character because he's just so sweet too. I don't remember if it's his sisters or his nieces, but he's always there for them, and it's just so sweet how he takes care of them and he's always there. It's just a really emotionally connecting book, and you'll really get to know the characters and enjoy the characters, and the ending is just great. I love the ending so much. You'll know if you read the book, and it's just amazing. However, I'm going to give you a tip if you're going to be reading this book. At the beginning of each chapter, it has kind of like a quote. I recommend reading the quote. You'll be like, this is pointless. The quote has nothing to do with the chapter or the book. It does. My mom said the same thing because I had her read this book. And at the end, she's like, oh, okay, I understand why you had me read that. So there's a plot twist. Next off, we've got a book by the same author, Don't Be in Love. This is perfect if you're going to England or London or, again, anywhere in Europe. It's great because this takes place in London and it's just a really light, fluffy read. It's kind of a slow burn, but in a good way. It wasn't a five-star read for me, but I really did enjoy it, so I hope you guys can enjoy it too. Also, this is another one of those books that you'll understand the cover once you read the book. I honestly think that this is a super cute cover. It's simple, but it's also so adorable. This next book is one of the books that got me into reading. It deserves absolutely no hype because it's amazing. I do not need to hype it up. It is better than the movies. I am so thankful to my cousin, which told me that this was a good book to read. She loved it so much, so I decided to read it. It seems absolutely no hype. I love it so much. It is just the perfect book. And Wes is just amazing. Like, he's such a good character. He's just incredible, and it's like a friends to lovers, enemies to lovers, fake dating trope, which is just great. I really enjoyed this book. I don't need to hype it up anymore. It is great. I'm going to go over at the end of the video about books that, if you're going to listen to me on any of these books that I'm recommending, it's this one, and it's just going to summarize all the books. I have a couple other books that I'm also going to be recommending that you need to read like immediately. This gives off the perfect summery vibes, also fall vibes. It could be for any season really, but I feel like since it covers yellow, it makes it even more summery and it'll get you in the mood. Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting the video. This is just me when I'm editing, I'm interrupting it because I said that this book needs no hype, but I phrased it like completely wrong. I meant that I do not need to hype it up more because it's so good. I did not mean that it needs no hype because that means it's not good and it doesn't deserve to be well recognized. I'm so sorry. I did not mean that at all. I meant that this book is just incredible and it deserves all the hype that it gets. It deserves to be well known. So I'm so sorry for that. Next, we've got a sequel to that book, which you don't necessarily need to read, but it's nothing like the movies. I'm not going to spoil anything. What I'm about to say is in the beginning of the book, and it's not a spoiler, like I'm saying. Nothing I'm going to say is going to spoil any of the books. It's literally in the dust jacket right there, which is Wes and Liz aren't together in this book. They get together at the end, which I was just so frustrated throughout the whole book because I'm like, how could my two favorite characters, my ultimate couple, not be together? I was kind of frustrated with it, but if you guys choose not to read it, that's completely fine. If you want to stick with the happy ending of Better Than the Movies, that's completely fine. But the ending of this book is really sweet. It's just so nice, and the way like his confession to her that he's still in love with her is just amazing. I have to admit I got really upset in a certain part of the book because it said he cheated on her. It's again, this is not a spoiler, but it just got me so upset. But this book is a good book to read. We've got another Lynn Painter book, which is Betting on You. I just enjoyed this book so much. It was just so good. It was so sweet. I really enjoyed it mostly because it reminded me so much of my mom. My mom used to always say that a guy and a girl can't be friends, which, if you know my mom, you know that she always says that, but it reminded me so much of her while I was reading it that it was kind of funny. I was like laughing because the male main character in this book, the male main character, he just thinks exactly like my mom. And technically, the male main character and the female main character place a bet. He says that a guy and a girl can't be friends, and she says yes, they can. So they place a bet on two of their coworkers because they're coworkers too, and they place a bet, and it just goes on from there. And it's great. And there's a lot of fake dating in this book because they have to fake date for a specific reason, which I will not describe, but it's definitely worth it, and it's a really good book. After that, we've got a well known trilogy called The Summer I Turned Pretty. It's also on Prime Video. There's a new season coming out, which is why I chose to reread this week. And I only got to the first book, which is The Summer I Turned Pretty. Then it's Not Summer Without You, and then it's We'll Always Have Summer. They have a show on this. The show's fine. When I first read these books, I thought that they were everything. I thought that they were incredible. Let's just say I did not think that. I read the first book. I'm like, Belly's a little bit dramatic. I don't really like her. Don't really enjoy her. She's just playing with the two brothers, which is not a spoiler again. I'm not spoiling anything. She literally is playing with the two brothers, and it's just, I did not enjoy that. I felt like it was a little childish. She was a little child, she acts like a child. She's like 17. She should know that she can't be playing with the brothers. And that's the second book. And I literally DNF'd it on page like 40, I think. I DNF'd it. I don't know if it was on page 40 or page 12. She was just playing so much with the brothers. And I don't enjoy someone toying with the family. Like, I don't like it when someone toys between two brothers, especially since that's just a strong and close relationship. It's not good to be toying. So that's why I wasn't in the mood for it. I can't just not mention this because if you're in the younger crowd and you'll enjoy a summer book with a lot of drama, romance, then this is for you. But this wasn't for me. This wasn't my book. I loved it last year or the year before last year, but now as I'm older, I feel like I don't like it as much and I will not enjoy it the same way I did when I was younger. So I'm sorry, but if you like this book, please read it. If you like the drama between the brothers and an interesting love triangle, that's it. The Bodyguard was my first Catherine Center book, and I just loved it so much. When you describe a tiny but mighty book, this is literally talking about the female main character. I'll just say it at that. She's like super short. She's like 5'2". And I love him so much. He's just such a sweet character. I feel like he protects her, and there's a plot twist at the end where my jaw just dropped, and I even set up my tabs for it because I'm planning on rereading it. After we've got my all-time favorite book, The Cheat Sheet. This book is just my life. I love him so much. I don't know if you just saw my kicking there, but that means I love him. I love this book. I love it all. If you're looking for the dream husband in your Delulu world and you're looking for just the perfect relationship of all, it is The Cheat Sheet. It is friends to lovers, kind of a second chance, but they're like best friends. I've never seen two people who are more best friends than them. Not even me and my best friend. Like, it's not even like that. It's just so good. He cares about her so much, and so does his football team. By the way, this is a sports romance, which a lot of people don't like sports romances, and a lot of people do, but this sports romance is just so worth it. I enjoyed it so much. There's literally no point in tabbing the book because literally everything is underlined. I tabbed it so much. I'm sorry, but it's just an incredible book. I reread this. This was my first reread I've ever done on any book. I read it last year at the end of the year. No, I'm not even saying that. I read it in January and I reread it in March because it was so good. And I hadn't tabbed it in the beginning, so I tabbed it. I enjoyed it. I loved it so much. It's just the perfect relationship, and they have to fake date and they don't want to admit their feelings for each other. Again, this book is Chef's Kiss. Amazing. The best book in the world. However, this book is interconnected with another book, which is called The Rule Book. It's about to pop up on the screen. Don't know why it's taking so long, but there's the rule book. Is it as good as the other books? No. This book, I really liked it. It was a sweet book. I didn't really enjoy it as much as a cheat sheet, but yet again, you can't be asking me to rate this book a 5-star read after I read the cheat sheet because the cheat sheet is just so good that to be reading another book after that, it's kind of hard to like match it up. It's hard to create a book as top notch as that book. I still would recommend it. Sarah Adams is a completely clean author. Her books are so clean. There's nothing but kissing in them. However, this book, out of all her books, has one scene. She says it in the beginning in the content warnings that there is one scene in, I believe, chapter 34 that if you want to keep the door completely closed, it's in that book. It's right there in chapter 34. You could just skip it. I personally skipped it because I don't really enjoy reading that, but there it is. If you want to skip it, go ahead. And I've heard from other people that even though it's like an open door scene, it's not even that bad. It gets like kind of on the clean side, but Sarah Adams is just the best because she has those little warnings. Like if you read any Anna Juan book or Icebreaker, this is nothing compared to that. But I'm just letting you guys know just in case you would prefer to keep the door closed like me. And that book is just, it does that. And all Sarah Adams books say that it has implied intimacy. Nothing happens, it's literally just kissing. Nothing in any of her books has it, but I love how she does the content warnings, which is really sweet. The next two books are two books that are interconnected, which is The Match and then The Enemy. This book, I don't know if you could see the title, but The Match, it's a single dad trope, but it's just so sweet and you just connect to the characters so much. I didn't think I would like the whole single parent trope. I never thought I would like it, but this book just does it so well. I tell you, Sarah Adams is like, if she would come to my house to sign all my books, and if I could just meet her once, I don't even know what I'm saying, but if I could meet her once and I could talk to her, I would just like tell her how much I love all her books. All her books are just amazing. They connect with you emotionally. It's just amazing. You see, I slap the book and it falls because that's the effect that her books have on me. But her book is so good. I would check the trigger warnings for this book mostly because the main character has epilepsy, the female main character, and the male main character's daughter, which it touched my heart so much because the way that he helps her when she has a seizure. By the way, the seizures aren't very like descriptive. It just talks about a little bit of having a seizure. It's nothing bad. It's a pretty like chill scene. I don't know how to describe it very well because I don't have firsthand experience with it, but it's a clean book. And there is the content warnings, which she says that it's not too crazy, but it is there. So if you would like to avoid it, you can go ahead and avoid it because even though it's a good book, I understand that some people may not want to be reading about that. The Enemy is the next one I could just ramble about. It's also connected with the book that I just talked about, which was The Match. That's the book right there. And it's kind of connected, but it's just amazing. So this is about the sister, I believe, from the main guy from the other book, which is her brother. I believe that's how they're connected. But this love story is just so cute. If you're not gonna read The Match, read The Enemy. They also go through some emotional issues. She does, because she was in, I don't want to say a toxic relationship, because I guess it wasn't really that toxic, like compared to other books like It Ends With Us or something. I haven't read It Ends With Us, but it's just like she was not in the best relationship with the nicest guy. He made her feel bad about herself, her body, like a lot of things about her. And it's a really touching book because the main character, Ryan, he just helps her and helps her get through with that. Like, he doesn't understand why she's so insecure about herself when he finds her stunning. And it's just really sweet to see how he cares about her and how he's there for her. And he makes her feel wanted, which is just so sweet because he's just, ah, that's it. Like, he's just there and you connect with the characters, and you go through the same thing that they're going through, except you're actually seeing an insight, and you'll see how he's so confused and he wants to help her. But then at the same time, this book made me giggle and kick so much because he also tries to take his mind, like her mind, off of all the stuff that she went through. And also, he kind of wants to beat up her ex because after he made her feel so unwanted, he's just trying to make her feel wanted even more from her ex. It's just, I can't seem to describe this book because it's, oh, okay, there you go. That's how much it affects me that the book falls. But I cannot describe this book enough. How if you're looking for a Delulu boyfriend that you'll probably never get, but if you find someone that's like him, good for you. You should be very grateful. They don't come around that much. But he's just an amazing character because he helps her get through so much and he makes her feel so wanted. Yet again, they have that banter, which is amazing. And now I'm adding two more books that I wasn't going to add before, but I have to because they're Sarah Adams. So I'm moving the stack so I can show you. But, this main guy from this next book is Cooper from the Off Limits Rule. I'm not going to get too much into it, but the Off Limits Rule is amazing. If you're looking for a single mom romance, which is like kind of a best friend's little sister, because Cooper, which is the main guy, his best friend is his love interest's little sister. It's kind of like a best friend's brother thing, but younger sister. Yeah. So that's that. And if you're looking for a guy that's going to actually care about your children and just let's just say he loves her son as much as he loves her, which is amazing. And he makes her feel wanted, and she's like, oh no, but I'm not sure if you even want me. I'm a mom. I have a mom body. I had my kid like 4 years ago, I believe. Her son's like 4 years old, but he's like, listen, it doesn't matter if you have your mom or your mom body, or if you're a mom, like, I love you and I want to appreciate you. It's just so sweet. These men in her books make their female main characters just feel so incredibly wanted. It's just insane. It's just so good how he cares about her. And all the guys really in her books just make their female main characters just feel so wanted. This next one is single pregnancy trope. Listen, it's not even a single pregnancy trope. It's like a accidental pregnancy trope. Not sure. But she gets pregnant accidentally, which I guess makes it an accidental pregnancy trope. But she has to move in with her best friend's brother. This one's a best friend's brother. It's intertwined with the other book because this one is the other book was on his sister, and then this one is on him. I'm not sure how to describe it really. I'm trying my best, guys. I'm sorry. But this book is just so good. I wasn't gonna rate it 5 stars. I'm sorry, I wasn't, because it's an accidental pregnancy, and I don't enjoy like her being pregnant by another guy by accident, which dumped her when he found out that they were pregnant. I'm sorry. don't like it. But that is not the point, because this book, this man, Drew, I don't even need to look at the book to remember his name, because I love him so, so, so much. Like, you'll see throughout the book that he just cares about her so much. I cannot seem to explain how sweet he is to her. He's an OBGYN, which I think I'm not sure on all the medics and the doctors, but he also works with pregnant people and helps deliver babies. And what a coinky dink that she's also pregnant and he can help her out. Isn't that crazy? Alrighty, guys, we have come to the finale where I talk about all the books that if you have to listen to me on some of these books, it has to be these that you have to read over the summer or at any point in time, really, because they're just so amazing. So we have come to the end. You can end this if you want, but these are the recs that you have to read. So first, we're going to start off with a rapid fire, which is Better Than the Movies. We're just going to go really, really quick with these books. Better Than the Movies, Picking Daisies on Sundays, then Betting on You. Then we have The Bodyguard, which was amazing. The Cheat Sheet is the next one, which was really, really good too. Then after that, we've got The Enemy, which was amazing too. You don't have to read The Match to read this, it's a standalone, but I recommend reading The Match. But this book, if you're not going to read The Match, read this one because it was just so good. So then we've got the Off Limits Rule, which was amazing too. And then after that, we've got the Temporary Roomie, which was really good too. So that's the ending of this video. Those are all the books that I really think you should read. Thank you so much